Welcome to Eden Florist and Gift Baskets in beautiful Fort Lauderdale. My name is Heidi Richards Mooney and I am the owner of Eden Florist. That's edenflorist.com. And on the video today is Gina. Gina is creating a dozen roses. She is doing our premium dozen roses, and I'll tell you the difference. We offer during Valentine's 3 different types of roses, or I should say 3 different versions, and our standard roses are the ones that we typically sell year-round. They are very simple, beautiful roses. I'll show you what those look like. This is a standard dozen rose. Gina, can you go over there and just hold up the standard dozen? This is a standard dozen. This is a dozen roses that's in a clear glass vase. It has a dozen long stem roses with a pretty red bow, one type of greenery, and baby's breath. Then we have next to that is our fancy roses, and our fancy roses are usually in an urn or an upgraded vase, clear glass, and they will have 2 types of greens and filler and a bow. And the one that Gina is making now, which is the premium, is in a high style, either crystal or frosted glass vase. This happens to be a red glass vase. We have different ones. Usually the red frosted is the most popular. We will have 3 different types of filler, generally a fancier ribbon. The roses are probably a little bit longer. She has some curly willow coming out of the tips. You want to point to the curly willow, Gina? That's curly willow. And then 3 different types of fillers. So I'm going to have you watch her create those. And then you can call Eden Florist at 954-981-5515 or 800-966-3336, or visit us online at www.edenflorist.com and place your order today. The standard roses during Valentine's Day are $69.95. Our fancy roses during Valentine's Day are $79.95, and our premiums that you're watching Gina create right now are $99.95. So you can order any of the above, and as I said, the fancies are the most popular during Valentine's, and typically the rest of the year people buy the standard or the premium. So depending on what you'd like to say and how much you'd like to show you care, or whatever fits your budget, you may want to get one of these 3 dozen roses. And I'll just let Gina finish up with the roses, and she's got the roses in there now. We've got the 3 different type of filler or greens. Now she's going to add the filler, which is, this is a Caspia, which is a beautiful lacy type green. And after she adds the Caspia, then she'll add the baby's breath. Very nice. And she added a pretty little decorative silver accent of silver ivy, just to kind of give it a little something extra, which is always pretty. And that's coming out of the sides. And then of course the curly willow. And just a little tip, when you get a dozen roses or you send a dozen roses, they do come already with preservative, and they're in fresh water. Ideally, to make your roses last longer, if you can change the water every day, add warm water every day, and then every 2 or 3 days give the roses a fresh cut. And you can cut them about a ½ an inch to an inch. On an angle is best. You can use scissors or a knife if you're good with a knife, and cut them on an angle and then put them back in the vase. This does require a little bit of skill, but if you're good, if you just take one rose out at a time, cut it and put it back in the same place or about the same place, then you don't lose the lovely style that's been created, and your roses will last a little longer. Because what happens is the roses, the water rises to the head, which is what makes the roses open. So you want to make sure that you use warm water. When you receive them, they're in cold water because we keep them refrigerated, so that keeps their shelf life a little longer. And then when they get out of the refrigeration, the water will warm, and the next day just keep adding warm water. And the most important is to change the water if you can every day, or at the very least every other day. And And cutting the roses about every 3rd day is good. And this way your roses will last longer, and you'll be able to enjoy them longer. So remember, EdenFlorist.com. Let our flowers second your emotion. Happy Valentine's Day.